Welcome to the Introduction to Ecology video lesson. In this video we will be discussing the Introduction to Ecology, including the levels of organization in ecology and the difference between biotic and abiotic factors. Let's start with the definition of ecology. You recognize that LOGY is the study of, and eco is environment. So ecology is the study of the interactions between organisms and their physical environment. The next thing we're going to take a look at here are the levels of organization in ecology from smallest to largest. The smallest level of organization in ecology is the organism. An organism is an individual animal, plant, fungus, or a single-celled life form. And we're going to use this example for levels of organization in ecology. And in this particular case, the organism that we're going to start with is Ruthie's first catch of the year here, and she caught a perch off the dock at our cottage. So the perch, of course, is a fish. It is an individual animal and is our example of organism, the lowest level of organization in ecology. Our second smallest level of organization in ecology is a population. A population is a group of individuals of the same species that live in the same area. If Ruthie's perch is our example of organism, then a school of perch would be our example of a population. The perch that are all individuals of the same species that are living off the end of our dock at the cottage. The next largest level of organization in ecology is a community. A community is a group of different populations that live together in a defined area. If Ruthie's perch represents the organism and a school of perch represents the population, then the community would be the school of perch along with a school of bluegills, along with a school of largemouth bass, and all the different types of aquatic plants that live together off the area off the end of our dock at the cottage. Our next largest level of organization in ecology is an ecosystem. In an ecosystem, all the organisms that live in a place together with their physical environment make up the ecosystem. If Ruthie's perch is the organism, the school of perch is the population. The school of perch, the school of bluegills, the school of largemouth bass, and all the aquatic plants are the community. Then the ecosystem in this example would be Cayuga Lake, of which you see two beautiful pictures here. One picture at sunrise, and the other picture down here to the bottom left is an aerial picture of Cayuga Lake. And over here to the right, we see a depiction of the Cayuga Lake watershed. So this would be all the organisms that live in a place together with their physical environment, which of course would be the water, the soil, the atmosphere around Cayuga Lake. All this would be the ecosystem of Cayuga Lake used in our example here. The next largest level of organization in ecology is called the biome. A biome is a group of ecosystems that share similar climates and typical organisms. If Ruthie's perch is the organism, the school of perch is the population, the school of perch, bluegills, largemouth bass, and the aquatic plants are the community, and Cayuga Lake is the ecosystem, then the biome would be the temperate deciduous forest in which we live. Here you see two photographs of a temperate deciduous forest. And over here on the map, you see the areas highlighted in green that are regions in the world in which the temperate deciduous forest exists. And all these regions are a group of ecosystems that share similar climates and share typical organisms that live in those regions. The last and largest level of organization in ecology is called the biosphere. The biosphere is our entire planet with all its organisms and physical environments. If Ruthie's fish is the organism, the population of perch, bluegills, largemouth bass, and aquatic plants represents the population. I apologize, the school of fish, school of perch represents the population. The school of perch, bluegills, and largemouth bass, along with the aquatic plants, represent the community. Hugo Lake represents the ecosystem. Temperate deciduous forest represents the biome. And then, of course, our planet itself and all its organisms and physical environments, water, clouds, air, all of it together represents our biosphere. We'll conclude our introduction to ecology by discussing the difference between biotic and abiotic factors. You may see that prefix bio in biotic, and of course we already have learned that means living. So biotic factors are any living part of the environment. Examples of biotic factors include animals, plants, fungus, and bacteria, among other organisms we'll learn about in biology this year. Whenever you put the letter A in front of a word, it negates that word, so abiotic factors are going to be any non-living part of the environment. Examples of abiotic factors include sunlight, precipitation, water currents, wind, etc. And you may be able to think of other abiotic factors that make up the non-living part of the environment. That'll do it for our introduction to ecology. More to come in class as we apply this information in different questions and different contexts.